Uh, uh, what is happening? Am I live again? Am I am I back? What is going on? No, I didn't mean to do that. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry for the scuff. Why is this happening? Why is this happening? Like stream. Okay, we're back, but on a completely different stream. Let me... Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. Hold up. I'm gonna delete the old live now post. What happened? Am I actually live real? I don't know what's happening. Okay. Right, we're back. Oh man, that's so frustrating. Everything was going so well on the other one, and then randomly I just look up. We're working through the scuff. Welcome. Oh my gosh. I can see the stream again. Thank goodness. Welcome back, everyone. It really happened. I don't know if my internet cut out for like 1 second and YouTube just gave up or what happened, but I looked up and I just saw like my OBS was like, you have great Wi-Fi, by the way. But then I look at YouTube and it just says offline and the stream is done. This is a struggle and a half. Okay, so I'm going to post the new link. What in the actual ever-loving fuck? Okay. New stream link. We are so back. Welcome back, everyone. Congratulations on surviving the previous stream exploding for no reason. Everything was so fine. YouTube was determined to not let me draw today. New stream link here. Other one dipped for some reason. Well, the thing is, it makes such a mess on my channel because now there's just 2 streams with the same thumbnail, so I'll have to figure out how that works. Here we go. New stream link since the... Oh. Maybe YouTube was like... I don't know, I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything bad, but maybe YouTube was like, we need to redact you for some inexplicable reason. You've gone too far. How dare you draw? You should be procrastinating right now. Okay. We are so back. Welcome back. It's like so much process. Oh no, because that was the thing. I was just talking to myself in the void, not realizing that no one could even see. Okay, wait, so basically what happened was I did like a gradient. I used the paw pen to like create a gradient situation on this layer, and I just had the cooler color in the lighter areas and then warmer colors where the shadows were. I haven't actually shaded with warm shadows that much, so this is an experiment today. And then I clipped a layer above it, and then I'm using the same pen to lightly paint the base colors over so that the underpainting layer still shows through and keeps the color vibes going. And it's gonna be super rough and messy for a bit, but then eventually I'll neaten it up towards the end. So yeah, currently I'm just painting trousers. I'm going to watch this control panel like a hawk. Did I like press a key that auto stopped the stream or something? I'm really scared now. If I press settings... No, there's no... Okay, there's nothing. Okay. we just hope for the best. No. This is not the plan. No, that's too much. Oh yeah, and then in the midst of that, I think I was talking about stream plans / streams that I had previously done that I haven't continued in a while. So then so previously I've been streaming playthroughs of Fire Emblem Fates and Pokemon Black / Black 2. So I will hopefully resume those soon. I want to, at the same time, I'm still recording stuff or I should be recording more stuff for Mystria. And then I have another thing, I have footage for an art-related video from last year that I recorded last October, in fact, that I'm planning to edit as well. That won't take long because a lot of it is going to be, I'm going to speed up the footage itself, like a speed paint type thing, and then maybe script commentary over it. But, so then that's also that. So that's another video plan that I had. And then, okay, I'm trying to remember which part of the outfit is where as well. And amidst that, like once those are further along and I feel like I have space to stream at the same time as editing, then I will probably, I'll probably go back to just finishing off Pokemon and Fire Emblem, because I don't want to leave those as loose ends, and I also want to be able to edit those too. Oh, wrong color. Maybe I need to slightly lighten the blue shade here so that it actually shows up, because the black is kind of blending in with it a little bit. And in addition, oh yeah, after that there were a few things I wanted to do, which in terms of stream stuff, which are all just random ideas that I've had for a while. One was, I've been meaning since, I think, forever to like just play Minecraft single player survival. I've played Minecraft before, but I've never actually beaten the game or like fought all the weird boss creatures there are in the game because I'm scared of everything. And so I was like, I'm gonna face my fears in real time by playing this game on stream, and then at least hopefully if people are watching I won't feel so scared doing it on my own. That's one. The second is completely random, but I've never played Half-Life in my life, so I want to play Half-Life. And again, I am not good with, I feel like it has horror elements in it, but I don't know what. I just know it from watching my dad and brother play when I was younger and seeing snippets of it. But it looks like the type of game, because I don't do well with FPS style games, but it looks like the story elements and the gameplay actually would be quite fun to go through. And also I guess it's considered a classic. So I would like to play that for the first time and see what happens, and struggle in real time. And then I think, when the new Tomodachi Life game comes out, I've been saying actually I really want to stream that. The plan for that one was basically it would be a mixture of I play the game and then I actively, because I do write a lot in my spare time, but I rarely get a chance to actually share that writing. Either A, because it's OC stuff and that's part of like a larger ongoing project, so not all of it will get shared straight away, or B, because it's what do you call it? Yeah, B, because I don't I don't finish things sometimes. But I was thinking, because it's Tomodachi Life, it would be so fun to play the game and then towards the end of the stream, like actually write a literary recount of what happened in that time frame. I need more OC crumbs, please. Actually, this is a good segue. I can go off a bit about a few OC things now. And then also I think I'm planning to share more OC, like more art that goes more into depth with actual happenings in the story, because I have kept it a little bit vague because I'm like, oh, I don't want to spoil things, but then I'm like, it's fine actually to give people a little bit of spoilers as a treat, just because also actually finalizing the project I want to do with them will take so long that it's fine. Like, I feel like people will forget by that point, which is great, or I will have like rewritten things to make them smoother. So for context now, this is Mr. Main Character Aaron Atlas, Ace of Spades, and basically the setting, I think I've gone through this before, but just in case anyone hasn't heard yet or seen, the OC setting is basically it exists in this world where there are 4 kingdoms named after the suits of cards, and within those kingdoms people are ranked based on the card decks, and the rank you have affects your magical abilities in that world. And so the result of that is a very corrupt feudal hierarchy that is upheld based on the premise of keeping things in order, but the more time passes, you can see it falling apart at the seams. And so Aaron specifically and his twin sister Ara, they both, for a reason, have somehow managed to both get an Ace of Spades card, which usually only one person gets until like they pass away, then someone else gets it. So for some reason they both got it. But they're also the children of the King and Queen of Spades, and Spades in particular. So each kingdom specializes in a different type of thing, or adheres to a different set of values. So for example, clubs is considered like the kingdom of like plenty and fertility, so they're very in touch with the natural world, but they're also in touch a lot with medicine and like agriculture and stuff like that. And then you have diamonds, which is more focused on merchantry, and because it's like the kingdom of wealth, so there's a mixture of of very rich trade going on, but then at the same time people hoarding wealth, and a lot of struggles for that. And then it has it's very rich in like mineral type resources, so there's a lot of trade on the basis of that. And then also alongside like sort of material wealth, like the wealth of knowledge is very highly valued. So within diamonds you have a lot of very high profile scholars and like very deep rich archives in certain parts of the kingdom that people from the whole continent sort of travel to witness for themselves. So there's that too. And then we have Hearts, which is sort of the kingdom of it's called the Kingdom of Love, but it's mainly to do with like expressing it in different forms, or through, for example, there's a lot of creativity and the entertainment industry is very strong there. So there's a lot of enjoying, what do you call it? Not the little things, but yeah, it's very focused on media and expression and feeling. But then you also have a lot of, the way the media influence is controlled and balanced there is very skewed still towards higher ranks. But then in more local spaces, you can see people very value community very deeply and be very kind people. Or you also have a lot of people who are quite have like a very self-absorbed type of love, and you have people who are very vain and in the same. I was gonna say in the same vein. That's pun not intended. And then tangent over, that leads us back to Spades, which was formerly called the Kingdom of Justice because it was very famous for its courts, but then at some point in history that was sort of rebranded, and the courts, I don't know, the rulers of Spades became a lot more tyrannical, let's say. And so it sort of changed from justice to like power and strength, which is how it's represented in the modern day. And so the courts now are not really used. Oh, is the music low-key? Oh, it's the Xenoblade, isn't it? Sorry. Let me lower that a lot more. Is that better? Yeah, I should probably have removed some of the more intense songs from the playlist. I didn't, because the volume contrast is a lot. Okay, that's good. Let's go. Sorry about that. I hope I was still intelligible between everything. So let me have a quick drink of water because I've been yapping so much already. I was deciphering what you were saying atop that music. It's like you have to dig through the OST for clues and piece them together bit by bit. The stream is truly on hard mode right now. Oh, damn. Okay, yeah, I think it's better to keep it quiet in general, and then if people can't hear it at all, then I'll turn it up. But yeah, it's best, I guess, that I'm heard rather than the soundtrack. Thank you for pointing that out, actually. So then Spades, yeah, so Spades is considered the Kingdom of Strength. They're very focused on their military, at least especially towards the capital, because that's where like the royalties influence is the strongest. The stream is charming, don't worry. Oh, thank goodness. Thank you. I'm glad. As long as it's a good time overall, we take those. Okay, wait, there's a situation here. Okay, situation fixed. Okay. Yeah, I'm very much approaching the colors in a random wee ball type of order, but it's fine. So then... what was I talking about? Spades and military. Yeah, they're very I guess arrogant and militaristic in some respects, and also especially the present rulers, so the present king and queen of Spades are basically, yeah, they're basically tyrants, and they're also the parents to the main characters, aka Aaron and Ara Atlas. Which is a very fun dynamic for them. You paint so fast, it's actually crazy. Oh my goodness. I've been told that I don't even realize. It's because I think I'm actually really impatient. So like throughout my whole drawing process, like, or drawing learning journey, I really, like, even if it would have probably been better to slow down at some parts, I would always draw and sketch super fast, even if it meant that things weren't as neat, mainly because otherwise if I took too long I'd suddenly get super bored. But I also have so the pressure of this brush is super light. Yeah, it's really light, so I don't have to press very hard to paint, which makes it easier for me to do so fast. And then I don't blend very heavily at the beginning, which helps me, or I'm like okay with it being messy at the beginning. So it helps a lot with that. But then yeah, I didn't even realize how fast I was going. It takes me at least 1 or 2 weeks to finish a painting. That seems very fair though. I feel like that's usually what I hear is that's the time that it takes. I don't know why or how I ended up drawing so fast. I think it also depends on how focused I am. Like there are some times where it does take me a lot longer, and then there are some pieces that just click a lot better. So for example, I do quite well with like single character illustrations. But then sometimes the colors fall into place and the pose is exactly what I'm looking for. And then sometimes I'm fighting with the drawing. It's me versus the drawing, but I'm determined to get it finished, and then it takes a lot longer. Or I'm watching like a bunch of stuff at the same time that distracts me to hell and back. But yeah, I guess like the main thing is that I feel like I enjoy the process of painting more like sporadically. Here we go. And then I'm truly winging it with this with this today. Yeah, so sometimes when I do the base color layer, I don't fully color things if I want the light area to show, or the lighting to show through a bit more. It's whether, no, I don't think that's gonna be it. That Xenoblade soundtrack, that was 7 minutes and 45 seconds. Procrastinating is where it's at, looks at pile of whips. So true. So true. I think, not gonna lie, if I wasn't streaming this, I would be in the same position where I'd be working on 3 or 4 pieces at the same time. I do sometimes like backlog. I think I got into a point, because there was a point where I, in like, was it 2025 or 2024, where I really slowed down. Let me turn this down slightly. Slowed down posting art for a while, but like mainly because I was also in the midst of setting up stream things and existing in life with a few things, just being busy with work and stuff. And then what do you call it? Yeah, in that time I still drew to relax, so then I naturally finished quite a few drawings in that time, and then I just backlogged posting. Like I have a backlog of things that I just haven't posted, mainly to fill the time when I'm busy, so then I don't feel like I have to draw all the time. Because I do very much go through phases of drawing intensely for a week because I just feel it super strongly, and then my hands are like, you need to relax, you need to calm down. So that, yeah, that very much affects my workflow too. So I am currently in a stage of being super motivated to specifically paint and color, because I don't think I've done so in a while. Because when I was editing the quiz video, that obviously meant I had to draw a lot, but it meant like it's just flat colors and lines, which are fun, but like my true passion lies in in painting everything. So it's nice to have a reset like this. Oh yeah, wait, back to OC yapping. Where was I? Oh yeah, Aaron and Ara are children of the King and Queen of Spades, but they also themselves, like, Usually a tyrannical rule leads to a tyrannical household and all that. So, or castle, let's say. So the two of them in particular, I guess, didn't have the best childhood, but like, and were also very sheltered in the castle. And then at one point, during when they're growing up, here we go. Sorry if I'm switching through these tabs really quickly. I was trying to figure out which color I needed there. I'm trying to remember the exact year. I feel like when they're like not late teens, early to mid-teens is when, oh yeah, that's when they meet Loon, who very much, like, they meet him. I've still not decided if he's visiting the palace for like Loon reasons, like mission reasons, or if they meet him because the two of them decide to like escape the palace for a day to like sneak out and see what's in town because they're fed up of being cooped up. And then they stumble upon him there. The latter is like, either way though, their meeting him leads to them frequently sneaking out of the palace with him. So both of them, like the three of them, become very close friends in that time. And then Loon, who has seen the world, is someone who brings the twins a bit out of their shell. It's a mixture of Loon shaping their morals and then Oswin, who is basically their, I guess, like their retainer. He sort of was assigned to them from childhood, even though he's like 8 years older than them. So he's like very much an older brother type figure to the twins, and sort of the only source of good mentorship that they had in the palace. So it's a mixture of him and then Loon kind of breaking them out of their shell and causing, like, resulting in them thinking twice about the kind of hateful things their parents are trying to get them to believe, I guess, or because I guess the King and Queen of Spades, their goal is like military superiority. So they see like the Ace of Spades rank after the King and Queen is a very powerful one. So like from their perspective, they want to use that. But it's clear like the twins' dreams and passions do not really lie in warmongering in that sense, or like just having a power trip, because being subjected to it hasn't felt good. So there's a sense of empathy from that. And then also on top of that, Oswin always treated them with kindness, and showed them a different sort of perspective. And then Loon taking them out into the actual world, even if it was just like the capital city that they were in, resulted, I don't know, like in a lot of thinking on the twins' part. And so from that, both of them, they're sort of caught between a rock and a hard place where they want things to be different, but at the same time, they're kind of both quite cynical about it in that they don't feel like they can do anything. So there's this weird, like, trying to survive with a terrible situation, until the start of the story, basically, where there's sort of a what do you call it? I guess a breaking point where it's like, okay, we're going to get out of here and actually see the world for ourselves, leading to the story taking place, among other things. So yeah, they meet Loon for a bit when they're kids, and then he leaves Spades because he's not based there fully. He's like sort of going around the continent for reasons. So yeah, he leaves spades. And then they meet him again later. But when they, like, younger Loon is a lot more like listless and quiet, and hasn't really learned how to express himself. And then re-meeting Loon, he's he's quite the menace. So I feel like it comes as quite as a bit of a shock, specifically to Aaron, who's this guy, and he is very short-tempered and combative if provoked. So yeah, it's easy to rile him up, and then accompanied with a person whose favorite hobby is to rile people up, it's really a recipe for disaster. Yeah. Okay, painting just straight up gray eyes is an interesting thing. I guess here we go. There's a smudge here. I see it. There we go. What's that? Who knew that talking could dry my throat this much? Okay. Good news is that the stream is still up. That makes me very happy that it hasn't just vanished from existence as we know it. Oh man, I'm gonna have to think about how to show that on the live panel of my channel. It's gonna look a little bit scuffed, but honestly it might be fine. It's fine. Here we go. They're supposed to be like iridescent psychedelic type pom-poms. And so when in doubt, just very pale saturated shades of pink, purple, and blue. Here we go. Trying to think. At some point, I might like dip for like 2 minutes just to make mint tea or something, because I'm always craving that. Or just I don't know what it is, but there's something about warm beverages that like the act of making mainly I guess cups of tea. It's like I can't handle coffee very well, but just the act of making it feels so relaxing because I just associate it with, oh yeah, I'm gonna sit down and do something that's very chilled out. I'm so glad that this leg is covering this like charm fuckery here, because I did not want to draw and shade that. I say, as someone that literally inputted this on the design, I did that to myself, but you know, it was not done on purpose. But when I saw that that was how the drawing was working out as I was like drawing the legs, I was like, oh, thank goodness. Because I'll show you, yeah, actually in a moment I'll show you another whip. This is part of like a matching pair of drawings. Ara is in the other one, but I still haven't finished the line art for that, but I will still show that. But her pose has all like the dangling charms out, so and it's like still windswept. And so it's just such like drawing those out, it has been such an adventure. Chugging Pepsi is where I go, okay, that's actually, yeah, real shit. That's the one too. I feel like there is something very fun about having, I don't have them too often. I usually have them if I like get takeaway and it comes with a soft drink, but yeah, like I will substitute the warm beverage for like Pepsi or Pepsi adjacent drink. Although I see Pepsi less often. At least where I am. I don't like Coca-Cola at all. But which is strange because I guess they're both what do you call it, cola type drinks. But like I guess there's a mountain of difference. But yeah, so usually I end up going for like fizzy orange here, or if I see like, but then there's sometimes where like I'm in the mood for specifically the Pepsi adjacent, not Pepsi adjacent, just straight up Pepsi. Especially post playing Fire Emblem Engage. When I tried drawing Aaron, his coat is my worst enemy. Actually, you're so right. This coat, troubleshooting this coat with everything flying around was such a struggle. Oh my goodness. Thank you for wading through the struggles of the coat to draw him. Okay. I want to like have some of the blue sheen of the spear. This is too. The only thing with like having light colors on a darker background is that they do very much just show up as white, which that is not the color of this bit. Oh my goodness. Can I get 5 fun facts about Lunar, please? They're my favorite. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, wait. I'm about to cook. Hello Sino, welcome to the stream. I hope you have a good time here. Yeah, we're just drawing and Q&Ing. So 5 fun Lunar facts. Okay. Let me think. Okay, wait. They have to be I feel like more niche, right? I'm trying to think of like what level of obvious a fun fact is, right? Let me think. I want to make these good. I'm going to my notes real quick. I love his design so much, but the fluff is so intimidating. Real. Not me putting the fluff there and then I'm always like, oh gosh, I have to shade this. I have to shade this stuff. Right. Loon facts. I know for a fact that I've written so much of this guy, and then when the time comes for me to give loon facts. Okay. Favorite foods. Okay, so that actually comes under fun fact. Okay, I did write that down. I definitely wrote that down. Favorite foods, hobbies, I guess. What else? I'm trying to think of also like actions that weird cryptic shit that he's done. The pom-poms, the rings go crazy. Thank you. Me and my obsession with a million rings on a hand in hand at all times. Also, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good time. Thank you for dropping by. Okay. So I will just be a moment whilst I think of good loon facts. Not me forgetting everything. This is crazy. Wait, did I write it down or did I just do this in my head? What was I thinking? Right. No, don't apologize. Thank you. It's okay. I should know my characters well enough to be able to come up with them on the fly. These fun facts. Okay, so favorite foods. All right, not gonna lie. So for lore reasons, he has to eat a lot to like replenish his mana. So he likes very like heavy type foods. He's definitely okay. Him and Cilia are definitely like fellow burger and chip enjoyers, which is like completely out of left field for someone like Loon, I feel. So there's that. Oh, another Loon fun fact. This one is actually this one I definitely haven't talked about. So later on in the story, he ends up in a situation where the way his magic works is that if he uses too much of it, he falls asleep to recharge. And that happens like spontaneously. So there's a lot of situations where he will literally pass out mid-battle and someone's like, oh god, I've got to go and deal with this guy now. So there's a lot of that. It does, and so everyone has to work around that, and also Loon himself has to be sensible and not overexert, otherwise he will fall asleep. And then so that's 2. 3. Oh, he's like a big history / ruins nerd. So like he is someone that you know, he kind of generally maintains a very like that smug image of, and like smug apathetic vibe, but then you put him and Celine in front of like an ancient ruin and they both start yapping for hours on end, and you know, he goes into hyperfixation mode basically, so he becomes a different guy. So that's, what number is that? 3, 4? I think that's 3. I'll make use of this information. I'm looking respectfully. He is actually forever on Loon Hongshu duty. When I said someone has to always get him, everyone else steps back because they know that Aaron will yell at them for making him go, but he'll still go. He'll be going as he's grumbling, like, why do I have to do this? Bro is going AFK mid-battle. Exactly. Someone disconnected someone pulled the plug on his PC whilst they're fighting like the final boss. It happens every time. Another one. Oh, Loon is a fan of music, but he himself is very, which is unfortunate for him, but he appreciates it mainly because he cannot reproduce it at all. Vibing with the OST, thank you. Anytime. It's the Engage OST effect. It's coming through big time. That's 4, isn't it? One more. We have to end on a banger. Let me think. Oh, okay, actually I can talk about his fashion style. His general casual fashion style, which is very like it's very like scholarly grandpa-esque. I feel like Loon and Celine, actually, you know, Celine sometimes has like more academic sort of type outfits, and then sometimes she also likes wearing more feminine outfits, but yeah, I think Loon sticks to a lot of the academic varsity type, but like in more of a smart way. Mr. Him and his bow ties go a long way. So he's a very smart dressed person, I'd say. Yeah, I made it. I came up with the 5 Loon facts. Let's go. That was a good question. Thank you. I didn't miss anything in the midst of it, did I? I don't think so. Okay, perfect. What is going on with this guy? Here we go. Yeah, Nintendo soundtrack coming through in my hour of playlist needs. And then mixed in is like, I think, Tales of Zestiria and Ys, but like very lightly. Just good old JRPGs that I'm normal about. Thank you for this meal. I shall use it for only good and not at all malicious activities. Definitely, definitely. And I definitely am not looking respectfully at all. I'm always happy to provide what do you call it? Rambles about any character. It's also good because it does get me thinking about what their quirks are. Because sometimes I'm like writing dialogue stuff and I'm writing like plot events with intense character moments, but I'm like, wait, I need to remember. I also need to be able to think about what they do on a Sunday, because I feel like that's important as well. um, have I colored in everything? No, I have not. There's stuff missing. I can feel it in my bones. It's because I went about this in such... No, I did. Did I? No. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Oh, if you had to pick a specific game/game genre for each of your characters, which would they play? Okay, this is a good one, actually. Aaron is definitely rhythm gamer, through and through. This guy probably min-maxes Wii music, let's be real. Like, he's playing, like, he's a rhythm gamer in the sense that, like, he'll find, but more like, yeah, Wii music, you know, like I think there's the ones where you can do like an orchestral arrangement where you have to play in time to that. He's doing that, and then maybe Rhythm Heaven. And then Ara, not gonna lie, she's the type of person who plays horror with a straight face. And then Celine is okay. Celine's on that Ace Attorney, Professor Layton type vibe. Puzzle games definitely. Maybe Zelda, the puzzle heavy ones especially. Perhaps. Loon. This guy. What the hell does he play? Not gonna lie, actually no, this guy plays Monopoly online for the love of the game. Or like Monopoly, Uno, anything where you can torment another person and ruin friendships, he's there. He's there for the drama. Sakina, she's the Stardew Valley girly, Animal Crossing for sure, like the very relaxing, cozy type games. And then who else? Medea, he's hard for me even to read. Okay, this guy, Medea, I think like he isn't the type of person who would play any games, but like I could see him being on the puzzle mystery types as well. And then Oswin is a solitaire guy, and he doesn't know anything else. Like, he doesn't know anything else. He has the soul of a grandpa in the body of like a late 20s guy. That's his vibe. And then Cilia, she's on that action RPG anything. She's on that action RPG fighter game type thing. She's like definitely a mix of genre, but anything that's like more heavy on like button presses, I guess, and movement, she'll be there. Is your world set in like a modernish fantasy? Oh, so I think initially it was actually like really, really modern fantasy, to the point where I was like, they have phones. And then I was like, I don't know how to write them having phones anymore. So I got rid of that. And now it's like, it is definitely still modern-ish, because like a lot of the casual outfits and even their fantasy type outfits have a modern spin on them. So I would say yes, overall. But like, I feel like the way technology manifests is like through magic and stuff. So then like that supplies a lot of technological advancements. And so that's how it's sort of tied in. Loon is the best person to play Mario Party with. He is like, he's definitely the most entertaining Mario Party player, but he is instigating from start to finish, which is honestly what you need in Mario Party. Just like me, for real. Okay, I think I'm like, this layer is done. No, wait, I forgot to do the swirly patterns on his jacket. I always forget this. I don't even... Here we go. No. am I bothered? The question is, am I really? I should do it. It's a part of the design. I have been like back and forthing whether to. No, I do want to keep them just because it's part of the texture, like the weird brocade patterns. Okay, let me just take a. Let me see if I can find the reference that has it. Was it update 2? Yes, here we go. We zoom in on the jacket. Cool. Okay, now I see the vision. Right, is this on a new layer? Yeah, it is. Wait, no. Yes. It doesn't, I mean, to be fair, whoa, I didn't realize the pen was that big. Yeah, I was really fascinated by how modern your modern looking your characters are, despite being in a fantasy world. Thank you. Oh, thank you. How did you wing the lighting and Clove's wrinkle lighting? Oh, that's a good question, actually. I just looked away for 1 second. I think I used the pressure of my brush a lot to help. So I just like, I very much press lighter in the lighting areas and then press, depending on, it depends on the character, the color that I'm using as well. But for example, for the sleeve, yeah, I knew that I wanted some areas to maintain the base color, so then I just deliberately wouldn't paint there. And I just try and keep in mind, I usually pay attention to the shape of the highlights, and I usually keep the highlight areas more simple and then keep the shaded areas, like I might detail those more, or vice versa sometimes, but it's usually one or the other, just to, one, because I think visually it's easier to look at, and two, for me, then it means that I can sort of, my brain is able to easier process where to think more carefully about shadow details. I realized that the more loose I am with my painting and my brush strokes, and the less at the beginning, if I don't pay too much attention to detail and just pay attention to the broader shapes of the like highlights specifically, then it's easier for me to, what color is this? Okay, there we go. Then it's easier for me to sort of map out things in a more interesting way. Because then if I focus too much on getting everything detailed fully at the beginning, then I think I get intimidated and then end up doing, like, I end up making more mistakes in the process that I probably wouldn't have made if I like, what do you call it? If I sort of pace myself a bit better. Yeah, basically, like, I feel like I realized that if I'm spending, okay, what's going on here with these patterns? Spending too long on a specific part of the piece, it means that there's something maybe not going right for me, and then I might either like just start over or stop working on it for a bit and come back to it. Yeah, sorry if I'm switching quickly between tabs. I'm allergic to like just popping out the window again for some reason. It's just for these patterns, which I will change the color of to fit this entire situation. Here we go. It can be messy. It's fine. It's fine. I just realized cleaning this up later is going to be fun with all the patterns on it. I keep clicking the wrong one. There we go. Yeah, that's about right. Okay, let's multiply this. Yeah, that looks a bit better. And then I'll just adjust the slight... Okay, no, let's not adjust it at all. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. So next order of business is I'm going to start focusing this layer. I'm gonna do shading in the brown color. I just eye drop a lot for this point. And then yeah, but like very, very loosely, just to, and this one I just keep on normal. And then later I'll do like the multiply and etc. layers. But yeah, I just, where I feel like, okay, maybe I don't need to do this. I need it to be slightly darker than everything else. Here we go. Let me rub that out. Oh, no, too much. Yeah, I use sometimes the, what do you call it? The transparent tool thing as well, with the same brush, because then it loosely erases things but keeps it blended slightly. If I had red lighting for contrasting, oh, potentially, because I have been thinking about it. Because I was like, I went for the cool lighting because the background is like a light, what do you call it? A light icy blue color. But I feel like later on, as I like refine the colors, I feel like there'll definitely be a little bit of that as well to vary the colors slightly. If you had to pick two OCs to smush together like action figures kissing, who would they be? This is purely for important research. Okay, I will tell you, there are three main pairs. There are three main pairs who I am always rotating through my brain. The first one, I guess like the main pair of the whole series, is Aaron and Loon, my good old enemies to lovers chaotic romance arc. And then Ara and Celine alongside that, and then Oswin and Cilia as well. So those are like the duos, the romantic duos, let's say. Yeah, just for important research, just for, you know, the progression of science. No reason. Here we go. I'm wondering if I need to add, I haven't got to the lighting stages yet. Let's see. I'm trying to remember if I colored those correctly. My brain is yet again. Did my music just stopped? Oh no, it's just this one specifically, this one specifically is just silent at the end. Okay, let me go to the next one. There we go. Just putting these in the back of the brain in case we get around to another Gartic phone. That'd be a good time. That'd be a good time. Good old Gartic phone. Yeah, actually, like in preparation, I should also do some potential research. Mayhaps. Okay, that's also his coat there. That's his coat. That's trouser. Yeah, that actually works. That works. It works. So much of this is me throwing stuff at the wall and then visually being like, I like that. Just continuing. I can't remember if this is supposed to be erased, this specific area. Oh my goodness. This is what happens when I like don't label my line art or something. I don't know. Uh, um. Oh wait, I hear Espeon meowing. There's a kitty at the door. I'm gonna duty calls. I'm gonna get him. Hello, my friend. Okay, I'll bring him over. There's a kitty. He's decided to join the stream. I'm genuinely trying to study your process, but you're so fast. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Um, I'm trying to think actually of good ways to put it into words to help out actually. Right, actually, yeah, whilst I'm petting Espeon, because the thing is that if he meows at my door and he comes in, he demands attention for a certain period of time. So I'm just putting him on my lap for a bit. So far, so generally, like the steps in terms of coloring, I usually start with the underpainting layer, which is a gradient between two colors. If the darker color is cold, like a cold color, so like a blue or a purple or a green, then I'll usually keep the lighting colors warm, so then like to contrast with that, so then I'll have like more reds to pinks to oranges, so basically like I kind of have the darker color and the light color on opposite sides of the color wheel, and then I just sort of loosely paint a gradient on that bottom layer, and then that helps me place the colors later. It's easier to paint over it. The brush, the paw pen brush, makes it really easy for me to like paint lightly. What happened to my playlist? Okay, there it is. So there's that, and then after that I do like the quote unquote base layer, but it isn't like fully like just flat colors. It's usually with the paw pen brush, I just loosely brush over it, and then I sort of, yeah, the choice of where I place my colors after that. Don't bite the headphones, sir. The choice of where I place my colors is very, I guess a lot of it is very instinctive. But generally, like in the lightest area, I will try and keep like, or the darkest areas, I'll try and keep the base colors coming through to emphasize that. Oh, I also wanted to ask if all of these brushes are free or paid. They should all be free, last time I checked. They're all on the Clip Studio Assets store. And wait, actually, I don't know, is maybe one of them is paid. Let me double check, but it's like, I'll have a quick check. Assets, because I still have Espeon in my lap, so this is a good time to go on detours. No, I didn't mean to just Google assets. My keyboard's in a very funny place. Here we go. No, you can't headbutt that hand. No, that's where. Oh, he's getting off. That's why. That was where I was using the mouse, bro. So the line art one was 1828102. Let me check. The coloring ones are definitely free from what I remember. The one I can't remember. No, this one's also free. So they should all be free. I haven't used the textured pen yet, but yeah, the paw pen, from what I remember, is like I didn't pay for it. So the paw pen one is one of these two in the colors tab. Oh, do you want to go? Wanna go? Be free. Yeah. Cat. That's good old Espeon. He's a very vocal kitty. And he comes in, especially if it's like quiet in the day, he'll come in, be pet, and then leave or go to sleep. And today he chose to leave. So yeah, they should be free brushes. And now I'll get back to drawing. So then yeah, I layer over the base colors, but not like just based on where I want them to come over stronger. And yeah, I just paint them over very loosely, mainly partly because it saves time, and then in part because having the underpainting show through makes it a lot easier to shade quicker like that as well, because a bit of the lighting has already been taken care of where I've painted the lighter colors in the lighter area already, so it gives me some direction to go off of. Okay. So then currently I'm painting on another layer. This is like just like a random I paint on shadows layer. So I'm using like a very dark brown, and again loosely painting it over so that the color itself shows through just in the areas that I think it works. So is my line art layer set on multiplier or some sort of linear burn? So currently it's on normal, but usually later on I do set it to multiply, and then I paint with the colors underneath. Like I paint using the colors of the area where the lines are to sort of make them blend in more and give it more of like the painted effect. But the liner brush I use is slightly, like it's not on full opacity. I turned the opacity down to 65. So it has, like it's a little bit translucent, which, yeah, I just like the effect of that a lot. Because I think I do better with like more sketchy, softer line art than I do with like the full intensity of it. I struggle a bit more with that. Okay, so then I've painted over with a bit of the brown, and then I sometimes just eyedrop some of the colors and choose a slightly darker version just to shade, again, very loosely in these areas. And I when in doubt, I just do blobs. And am I painting on the liner? I am. Wait. Abort mission. Okay. It was meant to be on that layer. There we go. Oh, and now I forgot what shapes I was using. There we go. So I use like a lot of like angled triangle type shapes. Or like just circular blobs for my shading brush strokes, instead of keeping them to like anything too specific. Here we go. And then I'm just keeping in mind that the lighting is coming from the top left corner. Oh, I need to color those rings. There we go. Okay, and then his hair. The thing I always want to try and keep with the hair is that I do a lot of like scribbly, not scribbly, well yeah, like sort of, yeah, that type of line here and there, and then it's like I kind of want to try and keep like a glossy look to it, but yeah, I find it hard to strike the balance for like how much detail to put in the hair or not. Here we go. Okay, I'm not fully feeling that. Okay. We give it another go. Why do I feel like my playlist shuffle is looping through the same things? Hold on. I've definitely heard this a few times. That feels new. Okay, now I'll reshuffle it. I was like, I know I have a lot of Fire Emblem on there, but I put hella Pokemon soundtrack and other Nintendo soundtracks too, unless I haven't been paying attention. Here we go. No. This is so tough. It will, yeah, I think the hair, like, always takes me a few attempts. Because I think generally, like, the hair is one of the first things, like, I feel like I look at when I draw, like, when I look at my paintings a lot. So I'm always a bit more careful. And also I think it's harder for me to do in general. Okay, I'll keep that. When in doubt, I should just not overcomplicate it. When in doubt, I should just not overcomplicate it. What is the character dynamic you are most excited to write for Wildcard Story? Sorry, I keep asking all these hard questions. No, don't worry about it. Thank you. I do love questions that make me think because they are very helpful to me as well. So actually, thank you for all the really good questions. What is a character dynamic I am most excited to write for Wildcard Story? So the two big ones are the twins dynamic, and I guess the Aaron Loon dynamic because it's filled with drama. There's a few others. There's ones. There's a few scenes that I have drafted. Well, there was one scene that I drafted with Celine and Cilia, which got me really thinking about their dynamic a bit. And also, actually a sleeper dynamic that I'm excited to write is Sakina and Loon. Because there's a few things story-wise that happen that are very interesting. That's just with respect to, like, the main cast with each other. There are a few, I should introduce them. Okay, we've heard this one so many times. Sorry, I get distracted so easily. Okay, something new, thank you. What do you call it? Yeah, there's a few. I do want to start introducing some side characters that are, like, relevant to some story things, and also maybe introducing characters with more details on them when I do, like, that are actually relevant to the happenings of the plot. I haven't talked about a big elephant in the room, which actually is not an elephant because no one knows it except me, which is a key component of like the reason why Aaron and Ara leave the palace at the beginning of the story, which does present an interesting dynamic in and of itself that's not, like, that's between Aaron and another side character. Well, unfortunately, yeah, so this character may or may not be of this world anymore. I'll just troubleshoot this. Troubleshoot? No, just fix this a bit. That did nothing. It's fine. That's too small. That's too small. So this one I've already written a fair amount for because they like, this dynamic is very relevant to the opening of the story. And so just before the beginning, the Spades wants to like have some into clubs, and so it's a very political marriage situation. And so Aaron is introduced to someone called Noria, who is she's part Noria, and her last name is Beaufort. Beaufort, I forgot how to pronounce. It's Beaufort, not Beaufort. Bro. But so she is the successor to like a family that has 40 nuts. Oh my gosh. Help. I walked straight into it. So she, um, no, it's okay. um, I'm trying to remember what this family does. Oh yeah, the Beaufort family. Oh yeah, okay. So my side tangent. I can like, so I can pronounce, for example, Arab names really easily due to like due to just my background and stuff. So like I can pull out Noria like it's nothing, and then I get to like French names, and I think French is like the language one of the languages I struggle to pronounce the most. We all have our weaknesses, I guess. I can pronounce all the hard sounds of Arabic just fine, but I struggle with French, and so Beaufort destroyed me for some reason. Bearing in mind, I don't say these names out loud a lot sometimes, I'm just writing them. So yeah. So that family, her dad basically is someone who oversees clubs' royal guard slash military, and Spades royal family, being Spades, wants to have some influence in that. So then they propose like basically a political marriage, and it ends up being between Aaron and Noria, and obviously Aaron's very skeptical. He's like, bro, we don't know each other. And he can tell from the beginning that like she is not keen on this either, but they do actually both hit it off like really, really well. And then she's like obviously visiting specifically Spades a lot, and like they're planning things and stuff, and they actually do genuinely fall for each other. And they're like, you know what, like, or Aaron's perspective is like, oh, okay, like even if we're in the sucky situation, at least like her company makes it a lot better, and vice versa. So he's kind of like, that's kind of a crutch for both of them. But then Noria gets wrapped up with like, because like she's not the type of person to take injustices sitting down. And also one of the reasons, like her father, she's his only successor, but he's not, they have disagreements. Like she doesn't want to, like her father's like very much a pro-military kind of guy, and she's kind of coming from the approach of actually de-escalating that and investing that elsewhere. So he doesn't want her to inherit that. So he's thinking, oh, like if we connect her to Spades, then her influence will be hampered by that marriage, I guess. But then yeah, in comes Aaron, who's like, he does not care about that, or is actively against it. So then, without anyone knowing, Noria conspires with like rebels when she's in Spades, and then at the beginning, there's an attack on the palace. It's found out that she is the one who basically orchestrated it. And so then the king and queen, because they're really tyrannical and stuff, they're like, oh, okay. Basically, they're like, she's going to be executed. And so, yeah, and then Aaron freezes up in a key moment of like, because of like his parents also being like, he feels very helpless against them. So he very much freezes up in a moment where he felt like he should have spoken up more. And then she is like, his fiance is killed. And then he's like, well, clearly me being here and saying nothing is like if I keep doing that, like I'm just going to be stuck in this palace and I'm just going to be standing by as things continue to get worse and worse and worse. And so shortly after she's killed, he chooses to run away, and then Ara and Oswin see him clearly doing that and decide to go with him, and then hijinks ensue as they meet the rest of the party. And that's like the premise of, that's the starting point of the story. So yeah, that's an interesting dynamic because obviously like his guilt that comes from that sticks through like a lot of the process, like a lot of the story, and factors into, like, I can see a bit that's not colored there. A lot of Aaron's self-doubt and stagnation, or like, I don't know. Yeah, no, there are a lot of points where he stagnates, like, whilst others are progressing ahead of him in the story, and which creates like a feedback loop of feeling inferior, I guess. He freezes up. It's funny because he's the ice guy. Oh my goodness, that's actually so good. It's true. Yeah. So the other thing actually that leads me to another tangent, which was my reasoning behind making him the ice guy, which is solely because he's got the opposite of a chill personality, and I just thought it'd be so funny. When did I make this brush so small? Oh, it's not the same brush. Okay. Let me turn down the music again. I forgot it's really low in my headphones. There we go. Oh, we're back on... This one I haven't heard though, but we're so back with Engage. Because I was like torn between whether I should shuffle or just play it on, like, in order. Maybe I should do that, but it just means that there'll be because of how it is, like, it's an alphabetical, right? There'll just be a laundry list of Fire Emblem and then into a bunch of Pokemon into everything else. So I was like, oh, maybe then it will shake up a bit. So here I'm just adding colors. Or basically I'm trying to make things that are blue look a little bit more blue, but not too much more blue, if that makes sense. I really should try and decipher the technical reasoning behind so many of my decisions when I draw. Here we go. And then... Why do I feel... Oh, I forgot that was another thing that was on my plan to stream after I finished the current things. I actually haven't played... So I, when they came out, watched the first 2 chapters of Deltarune as playthroughs, like, ages ago. But I actually haven't played any of Deltarune at all. And I just thought that would be something that's super fun to experience with people on stream. So that's another one. But then, so now my current dilemma is deciding between Deltarune, Half-Life in its entirety, and Minecraft as my next... Like, I need to figure out which one I'm most eager for, and then also which one, like, I'm curious which one people would be, like, the most excited to see between those. Okay, I don't know. This is fine, this is fine. Maybe slightly lighter here. And then... I also need to remember there's this smoky situation, or like frosty ice breath situation that I've deliberately kept away so I can see what's going on. I mean, that's fine. That's not something that's expelling light or emitting light. Expelling is not the same thing. Next. Oh, let's focus on the lighter colors here. So I just keep adding clipped layers where I layer on colors. Minecraft would be kind of cute. I think Minecraft actually will probably definitely be the next one because I just think that'll be so fun. Like it'll be a mixture of cute and chill, and then there'll definitely be periods of action. So it really covers the full spectrum. And also I think that one's the one I've been really in the mood for just generally to play lately. I go through phases of being intensely obsessed with the idea of playing it. And I have, so I actually did, I have like a specific OC in mind made up for that playthrough specifically, adjacent to like Lawrence for Mystria. There was a certain other character that may or may not have shown up in a few like random video tidbits already that I'm planning to have her debut in a Minecraft playthrough. So maybe it is Minecraft. It might have to be Minecraft. My thing now is having the self-restraint to not start it immediately. Because that is my struggle when I'm specifically in a mood for something. I very much want to drop everything for it, but I need to have restraint. The massive amount of layers is driving me insane. There's so many. Actually, I need to figure out what some of these do. Like this. Wait, this is a nothing burger layer. No, okay, so these two are nothing. Let me delete them. This, I'm just double checking. This is also nothing. These two are the smoky, the like dragon's breath layers. This is line art. Those were sketch layers. Oh yeah, then this is like the base colors. Or the great, like the underpainting. This is the base colors. This is, oh, this is just the actually, I'm gonna merge this down because that's part of the, no, I'm not. It ruined it. Okay. That's just from the coat. This is random shading. I do a lot of like, this is more random shading. Theoretically, these could have both been one. They should be. And then this is like light colors. As a one layer girly, this hurts. So what does happen after I make all these layers is that I do merge them down into one and paint all at once, because I like painting on one layer, but in the process of preparing for that, I just create loads and loads for little bits. And the fact that I don't name my layers, I know. In exchange for having a non-chaotic workplace, my layers are a minefield. It's actually, and I never learn my lesson when I don't name my layers. I always forget what is what, and then I proceed to be like, I should name them, and then I just don't do it because I'm so used to one way of existing. Yeah, that's supposed to end up there. All right. So these, I'm gonna create a new layer. And let me turn up this slightly. I'm gonna create a new layer, this one, and I'm setting it to multiply. And then with a light, because the warm colors are the dark ones, I'm just gonna do like a lightish orangey color. And no, that's too big, it's gonna lag, it's gonna lag. Yep, no, we're not doing it that big. I think my computer likes up to 500, and then anything above that, it's like, how dare you cease this at once. I'm just gonna do like a wash over with with this color. Okay, no, even 500 is not good because we're streaming. There is something afoot here. Okay, so like just a whole wash over of the multiply color, and then where it's darker, I'll layer more, I'll paint more over it with the same color just to make it, like, to emphasize it, I guess. Here we go. And then in certain places where I want the cooler colors to shine through, I still stay on what do you call it, on the cooler color, on the multiply thingy. Oh, genuine question, asking for a friend, totally. Are you okay with fan merch, perhaps? Oh yeah, definitely. That would be a huge honor, honestly. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Yeah, I think, like, generally, like, stuff like, I guess, like, fan art, fan merch, anything like that, like, by default, that always makes me super happy. I guess, like, on fan art, like, generally, as long as it's safe for work, it's super chill. And then anything beyond that is more of a case-by-case, ask-first basis. If it's, like, relating to characters, like, as long as they're aka adult / not related, like, then that stuff is generally okay, but it's still, like, an ask-first basis. But yeah. And then, yeah, everything else, like, safe for work, if it's fan merch, fan art, I will be there no matter what. I'm not scheming anything, trust. Okay, yeah, definitely not. Nothing going on here. I pretend not to see, but I see maybe. And then, yeah, I'm using, like, still on the multiply layer, but using a lighter color in the lighter areas. And the blue again, to sort of create a bridge between the different color. I don't know how to explain it. Just to sort of I guess, like, have, like, a sort of transition color between the dark orange to the light blue. Basically just to have everything blend in a bit without it looking too abrupt. So I'm just sort of painting in these areas that already have distinct light shapes. And I might do, because the pom-poms are iridescent. That's all I know. So I'm just gonna go with all the pinks and purples and blues to try and give them the shimmery look. You can trust us, definitely. Nothing going on. Oh, no, I did not mean to erase. Just some good old lighting bits. Okay, I need that to look more blue. Thank you. There we go. Okay, that's fine. Okay. So then, before I move on to the next layer, I go to the tonal correction, hue, saturation, luminosity, and then I just adjust it a bit. Usually I turn up the saturation and luminosity slightly. In this situation, I don't know if I want the lighting to be, like, the shading to be too dark. Okay, actually I like it when it's more saturated. Okay, I'm feeling that. Okay, so then I just erase where I don't want the shadows to be. I don't know why. I find it easier to just paint down the shadows all at first and then erase them after. It just makes it easier for me to block out the shapes for some reason. Because I think when I do it the other way around, I get like more lost, or like it doesn't feel as, what's the word? I think I overcomplicate it. Whereas this for some reason makes it easier, especially if like a lot of the character is in the shade rather than in the light. This makes it easier to be really purposeful with the lighting. I also need to make sure I don't go too crazy with erasing it. Okay, I'm enjoying how this boot situation is turning out. Here we go. Not gonna lie, this hand here, I really struggle to paint hands. Am I planning on adding a background or is it solid? I think I'm going to keep the background solid this time. I might do like a slight gradient on it, but because of the way that like the what do you call it, like the frosty smoky breath, whatever it is, fills the space, I thought that it would pop without a full background, but I might change my outlook on that once this is fully painted, because sometimes the colors in the process are a lot different to what they end up being. Oh, didn't mean to get rid of that. There we go, we're back. Oh yeah, I'm still erasing. There we go. No, actually I'll keep that like that. Okay, I think that's good for now. Right, and then next, new layer. This one is overlay. Espeon is back. He's back. I don't know what for, but he's back. I'll be. Actually, I might. Whoa. Watch the chair. Okay, there we go. He's alright. He was jumping up to scratch on the soft part. The layers keep coming, they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming. I am going to, real quick, just take a break to go to the bathroom and pet Espeon, and not the claws in, not the chair, please. Pet the cat, and also make tea, because I feel like something warm would be good if I keep streaming. My throat feels fine, but I don't want to strain it. So who up malling their practice? No malpractice is going on here. I promise. This is a crime-free stream. But we are welcome. I hope you're having a good day. I'm just about to go on like a 5-minute BRB moment. But I shouldn't be too long. Let me pause. Again, with my shuffle, I'm going to also, when I resume, just play the songs in order so we get to see all of them. Espion, Espion, please. Don't do that. Okay. I will be right back. All right, wait, let me go to the next one because my drawing, we're so back. Hold on, there we go. um, Thank you for waiting, everyone. I have now got peppermint tea and a dream. And with that, I can do anything. Let me go back to my playlist and let me... Oh, I just minimized my PNG tuber. We'll fix that. We'll fix that. Open folder. Open this one. Okay, no. Okay, we'll go through it in order, but just yeah, we'll start from here. Okay. So hopefully everything's okay. We are so back, part 2. Let's go. Let me bring back PNG Mal. There we go. Let's see. Also, I just realized I missed the Lawrence's office is clearly an isekai hotspot. That is so correct. There is literally the character that I'm planning to add for a potential Minecraft playthrough is definitely in that office. Love to see it. We are so Barack Obama. Oh dear. This is an overlay layer that I have just added. I'm trying to figure out what part of... Yeah, so this is an overlay layer. And then I'm going to do some... I'm gonna... we are so Malbactist. Okay, actually obsessed. I think that one's got to stay. And then this one, I usually do a lot of lighting on this layer and then sometimes things on the shadows. But I just use the light color to block out light bits, and then I adjust how intense it is later. Here we go. That could work. This slightly, but not too much. I'm just still using my beloved... This paw pen brush has been with me through thick and thin. I'm obsessed with this brush. Here we go. I don't know how much of that. I do kind of want to... Yeah, I did want to keep that shadow there. And maybe slightly here. And maybe... Well, because this is where the... Actually, this... Because it's still in the... Alright. Something's happening here. I was just experimenting, but... Okay, that kind of works there. And then this should probably be cooler. And... Yeah. Wait, this is going like, wait, welcome back Malback. It's, the layers are increasing. It's like if you put the, like, in, what do you call it, like factor brackets and multiplied the names with each other. Just continues to expand. How many times can we multiply this with itself? Oh, that's the eraser pen. That's not the color I want. Actually, I'm leaving that alone. We'll see what happens with that. Okay, and then I kind of... No, that's too much blue. No, that's not what I meant to do. Okay. Something's working here. Okay, and then the pom-poms need their psychedelicness. How many do I really have in stock? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. That one, I think I'm lost now. I don't understand what's going on here anymore. Okay, here we go. No, let's leave the spear alone. Oh, that's why. Unfortunately, I do not. I that would have flown over my head because I think I, I don't, I don't think I've listened to a Kendrick Lamar song that I can remember the lyrics to. But that being said, like most of the music I listen to, I I listen by song and not artist. So I know a lot of songs by sound. And I would not know who made them. For I would just know how they sound and forget who who it was from. My reference retrieval is actually quite dire. Oh, insanely good song on the soundtrack list right now. I'm turning up my headphones for that. Hopefully it doesn't turn up the song on stream if I turn it up in my headphones. Oh, I think it is. I think it is. Hold up. Okay, then we can fix that. There we go. Alright, we're still on this overlay situation. So I'm just painting this. I'm painting over with navy blue on overlay just to emphasize some of the color of his sleeves. Have I played the Monster Hunter games? Not quite yet. I kind of would like to try. I would like to try it at some point. Like, I would like to try an entry of Monster Hunter. It's just that my current backlog itself, both for streaming and off stream, is so like full that I'm telling myself that I need to finish all those games before I think about delving into a new franchise. I still haven't finished, and now it's kind of relevant because the new Fire Emblem was announced, but I haven't finished A Root of Three Hopes yet. So I would like, on my personal backlog, I think I want to finish that, and I'm also playing Tales of Vesperia, so I need to finish that too. But and there's a few others queued up after that that I need to get to too. But one day. Monster Hunter is fun. If you want an easy recommendation, I suggest Rise, as it's a good entry point. Oh, that's I think one of the ones I've seen quite a bit of, and it looks really cool. So that's good to know. Thank you. It can't be that long. 500 games. Exactly, just 500. Just 500. There's a few that I'm also like so desperate to play, like Metaphor. Metaphor, ReFantasio, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, and what else? A bunch of other things. My backlog is so ridiculous. Had to start making a bingo just to chip away at them. Real. I've also seen like the game wheel to like spin a wheel to like pick one, which is actually a good idea. But yeah, I understand. Like that makes a lot of sense. I think I'm reaching those heights slowly but surely. Finish Definitive Edition, it's worth. Yeah, I'm on, like, I've started it, but I'm also playing with a friend, so we have to catch up to each other to keep going so that we can enjoy the game together. So it's a gradual one, but it will happen. Because I basically just started. I'm playing like the first chapter, and I'm obsessed with it already. My guy Ryan, what a legendary voice actor Ryan has. I'm hilariously indecisive mood. There's too many good things to pick from, which isn't a bad thing, except that the decision paralysis kicks in. A dumb man over there. Fellow Ryan enjoyer, let's go. Alley oop. Real, real. It's just his delivery, it destroys me. And yes, I'm excited. I'm excited by Xenoblade so far. Also, the soundtrack goes absolutely bonkers insane. Good thing I'm here, anyone? Anytime I hear read something that's said in his voice, I have to say it in his voice somewhat. Okay. Oh, we got the Psalm OST. Okay, this belt, bro. This belt is lost in the sauce over here, right? We need to differentiate that gray. The yoinky sploinky, please. I don't think you've gotten to my favorite just yet, but I think the moment you see them, you'll know who it is. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure, for sure. I'll keep you updated. What a bunch of jokers. Yeah, I'm excited for the hijinks of this party. Also, like, so far the combat loop, once I started to figure out how it worked, I really started to enjoy it. Now this is my jam. Yeah, let's give it up for, why have I forgotten the name? What, Bright Bold Sandstorm? What a legend. Engage soundtrack coming through every day of the week, every month of the year. Do I need to keep adding stuff on this? At this point, I think I'm am I just no. I have been head emptying it, which ironically has actually been so good for how this piece is turning out. So I should keep not thinking. Can't make a rainbow without Ryan. Love this guy. Love my guy Ryan. Okay. I'm gonna try something. Let me copy. So I'm copying the bottom of all the clipped layers. Hold on. Wait, there we go. All right. And then I'm gonna paste it on top. And then sometimes I do this. I paste it and then I set that layer when it's clipped to the top to color, and then lower the opacity a bit. But I don't always keep this. Just if I feel like the colors have gotten lost. This time I think it's fine, so I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna get rid of it. Oh, you can hear music? Oh, what happened to it? It's gone. It's gone. Wait, there it is. Can you hear it now? It was like, I realized it was like not even showing up in the desktop audio area for a second. I've had to turn it up and down. Oh, wait, hold on. This is the beginning of another Engage song, but it's really quiet. You'll hear it in a second. It's the da 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 da. Wait, wrong key. But it's that. Let me see if I can get the right key. No, and the song right now is super quiet, but I'm trying to emulate it for you guys, but in the correct key because I went in out of tune and it was embarrassing for me. Yeah, it's fine. That's good. Okay, I give up. I'm not. The song is about to kick in. I can't sing today. There we go. We're so back. A peak song, real. We are on the Engage portion of the playlist, so we're in for a good time. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm merging down all the layers with a banger to fuel me in my insanity. Okay, I'm merging them all down. Actually, wait, let me check if I want the overlay this. I got too hasty. Okay, 70. That's good. Now I merge. Right. And then now that they're all merged down, I'm gonna copy and paste. So I'm basically duplicating the layer. And then I go to tonal correction and then posterization, which does some funky things, but it's part of the process. And then I don't think it shows up because OBS is only capturing the base Clip Studio screen. But basically I can adjust the level of the posterization, and I just mess with it until I visually like the colors that show up. Nope. Oh, like, this is a vibe, this one. I had the stream in my background, but popping back for a sec because Xenoblade, tasteful, everyone here has good taste, let's go. Xenoblade enjoyers rise up. Yeah. I think it's peak. I think it's peak, despite only having played like 2 hours of it. I feel it in my bones that I'm gonna be not normal about the game. Okay, 10, 11, 10, and yeah. Okay, I like the colors on 10, and then I'm going to erase where I feel like I sometimes erase where the white is because it like goes too bright. Okay. And then, so yeah, this, yeah, like, is just good for a base of me having colors to paint with. Okay, I'm just gonna merge it down. And then, now I bring out the textured pen. And I basically drop the colors and just paint with them using the textured pen and just like refine everything. And then that's like the last bit of the coloring process. But this is probably the longest part. Are you gonna fall into the abyss known as the Trail series? I don't think I have time to, as it exists right now. Maybe one day, maybe once because I always need a JRPG to be crazy about. But because I'm on Vesperia right now, and then I'll be on you other things soon. Yeah, to the backlog it goes. What are we on, like 510? It never stops growing. Yeah, I'm still in the middle of Vesperia because I haven't had time to actually play games for a while. I go through phases of playing a lot and then playing very little. Right, so now I'm going to zoom in a lot more. Oh, before that, actually, I'm going back to the line art layer and then setting it to multiply. And then I'm going to paint in certain parts to, soften it with respects to the colors, if that makes sense. So the pom-pom gets the pom-poms get this saturated purple. Okay, that actually looks way better. Good old pom-poms. Wait, that's gold. That's gold. So I basically just paint with the color of the area that it is. So that is gold there. But then this is the patterns. I kind of want to keep them more blue. Here we go. Zoom out slightly. And then I'll paint this here. Why must you reject the word of our Lord and Savior Estelle Bright? This is a joke. I'm simply postponing her word. One day I must meet the icon that is Estelle Bright. She seems like a friend. Valkyria Chronicles anime in World War II? What the heck? That sounds loaded as hell. Welcome to the stream, Metalizer Legends. Welcome. Iconic message to come in with. I hope everyone is enjoying their time here. This is the main thing. Okay. Let's see. I mean, that's all working. That's all working. Question is when do I add back the Frosty Breath? We'll find out. Okay, I kind of want to... I always keep the eyebrows dark because I kind of like the face being more prominent, so then... And then the eyes are grey. Here we go. Oh! Yeah, so there's just a moment of painting a lot of line art. I'll have that a bit darker. Yeah, we're still on the engaged portion of the playlist, but that's not a bad thing. Have you listened to the Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4 music? I have been fighting with myself not to, because I would like to play Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4 and experience it for myself, because I've heard like it's insanely good. I definitely want to try the posterization method you showed. Oh yeah, I recommend it. It's fun because it like adds lots of like random intermediary colors that would not show up without being able to posterize it. And then I like eyedropping them to paint, and it like, I think it helps a lot of my coloring process in terms of picking up funky colors, if that makes sense. Yeah, I think I remember seeing it on a few YouTube tutorials here and there, like as a part of another process, and I was like, wait, I like how the posterization looks. I want to try messing around with that. And so I think yeah, it has become a staple ever since. Okay, I'm a big fan of this blue outline here. I'm very happy with that. Maybe not there though. I need to convey that this is a golden object somehow. Here we go. All right. I'm trying to think. Yeah, wait, I'm trying to think of another yapping avenue to go down. I literally had an internal list of crossovers and not crossover. Oh, sorry, I just read your message at the same time as I was saying my sentence and I crossed them over quite literally. I have an internal list of conversations that I just need to recall. But the question is super well timed. Thank you for important research. If one of our OCs were to meet / crossover, who do you think would make a fun duo? Off the top of my head immediately, I think Quarrel and Sakina would definitely get along super well. I feel like they'd be a fun duo. And then wait, okay, even though the personalities I think are definitely very different, the Blue Lightning guys, Julan and then Oswin, I feel like thematically that's also really fun. Yeah, off the top of my head. But honestly, actually, also vice versa, let me know if you have any in mind, because I may or may not be also simultaneously taking notes, potentially, for no reason at all. Okay, wait. This mint tea. This mint tea cannot be allowed to go lukewarm. This is something I fall into a lot. Yeah. Actually, on the topic of backlogs, this is not pertaining to the video game backlog, but oh, we're on the Fire Emblem Fates portion. Sorry, I got so distracted. My goat, my goat soundtrack. Aaron and Topol would be good, and Loon and Thistle. Actually, yes, real true, real true. Okay, wait. Potential permission to draw Elementus wildcard crossovers. That would be so fun. For no reason in particular. Oh, I was talking backlogs. So, what was it? So one of the things, and I still haven't fully gotten on it, but I've slowly but surely been getting there, is I would like so I think something I used to do a lot better growing up was like consume new media a lot and get into like new shows and books very easily. And then in recent times I've done that a lot less. So then I realized like I think my word retrieval and my like I think generally in terms of writing and stuff, I realized that it was holding me back a bit. And also generally, I think like I also wanted to get into things that challenge me more mentally, like things that are deliberately designed to be thought-provoking and involved. Because I think in recent times where a lot of things are designed to be quick gratification, I'm kind of seeking something that's the opposite, right? So yeah, my recent media adventures has been like, looking for more like either really highly acclaimed shows in terms of like writing quality and plot depth and character depth, or like just classics, which has led me to start reading 1984 and watching Better Call Saul with my dad, which is honestly, that's the jumping off point. But I was like, I haven't watched Breaking Bad because I'm a little bit scared of like blood and violence. I've heard it's not bad, and Better Call Saul has been fine so far. So I think I'll be fine watching Breaking Bad after that. But I was like, I can't believe I haven't watched the actual, like what people consider the GOATs, right? So I was like, I'm gonna start off there and then maybe go to like more classical cinema again at the same time. And then I would like to, yeah, I'm reading 1984. I started reading 1984 because I was like, secondary school English helped me so much in in reading like classic books and like looking at them from an analytical point of view. And low-key, now I don't have to do exams anymore. I miss that so much. I think the only series I recently binged a bunch of all at once was Star Fox last year. Yeah. The time to binge a series is less. Wait, like Star Fox as in wait, I'm googling. Star Fox as in game? Oh yeah, as in game, right? That sounds fun as hell. That's the other thing I would like to, and so yeah, that kind of extends to gaming as well some more. I think actually I should probably play more like actual classic games. But then I don't like actually games. There is a lot of good ones to pick from. Yeah, the game, they're thankfully very short. Oh, huge. That's good for binging purposes. How did you find it overall, actually? It seems super fun. And then, yeah, actually, on things that I've watched recently. So with one of my friends, I watched Severance, which was, yeah, I really enjoyed that. I was on the edge of my seat for the whole thing of that. And then before that, because my dad recommended it to us, we watched Succession together, me and my friend. And that was also really good. It was just a show full of awful people, but damn, I honestly enjoyed watching that. I was like, I enjoyed being a little bit of a hater, but also like, yeah, also just being really pulled in by the drama of them being chaotically awful. I did think that was well done. Star Fox in particular, 2 in particular, is an interesting one because it was cancelled at first and became available for the first time on Switch Online. Oh, actually, so Unlost Media. That's huge. Elements that later games would use. So it's cool to see where the ideas came from. That is cool. That is cool. I'm glad that they did manage to revive it somehow. That does actually, on that reminds me, the one, actually, I think, Michael, you're with me on this. The one thing that would make me go insane if it came back is my beloved Kid Icarus. Just in any shape or form, I need to see the gang again, and I need to be able to play. I'm a left-handed person. I need to be able to play the game in a format which doesn't need a controller to stop me from getting carpal tunnel. It will never. No, unless we copium really hard. Please, please. Look, man, I was on the Tomodachi Life copium for like a whole year, and it happened. Become not left-handed. True. Actually, with respects to playing games, it shouldn't be that hard. How hard could it be? I should just give a go playing Uprising on my 3DS with my right hand, because I didn't want to buy that attachment thing, but playing it left-handed on my 3DS was a bit of a struggle without the attachment thing. And so I couldn't really increase the difficulty much. But the rest of the game was so insanely fun to make up for it that like I didn't care that much, but I want to have the full. So yeah, maybe it's time for my right-handed era. Oh my goodness. That does remind me in like when I was like a kid at school, you know, when you're like doing history at school and they like sometimes they take you on school trips to get like we had an authentic Victorian classroom experience where we pretended we were kids in a Victorian era classroom, and we had to like wear like which usually fell on the parents to arrange it for us, but like wear Victorian era clothes as we like sat in this like classroom in a museum with wooden desks, and like we were doing handwriting exercise. And then they were like, I was like writing with my left hand, feeling so good about myself. And then the teacher comes up to me and she's like, oh no, you have to write with your right hand. That's the devil's hand. And I'm like, bro, I was born left-handed. What am I supposed to do? And so I'm like left for the rest of the class writing with this abhorrent handwriting with my right hand. It's just like a shaky, the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. And then meanwhile, my friend who was right-handed next to me, like her handwriting was shown as like a perfect example. And I was like, damn, could have been me if I was right-handed from the start. Wait, I kind of remember having something like that. We had a local museum exhibit that did that kind of stuff when we were first in school. Yeah, exactly. It was exactly like that. It was like a local museum place. I feel like there were a few because my sister had something similar, but not at the same place, I think. And honestly, though, it was kind of cool. Like, it was a unique way to teach kids about historical things in a more immersive way. Like, I remember really enjoying it, but I remember being so salty about having to write with my right hand. I was like, how dare? Sorry, I'm procrastinating the drawing. I don't know why. Here we go. I got too wrapped up yapping. Here we go. Okay, so now I'm on texture. I'm on textured pen now. So this is where I basically just clean up the shading using the textured pen, but I need to make sure I don't go too too insane with, because otherwise I'll lose the texture of this paw pen. I kind of want to preserve that. It goes to show the only thing I really remember about it was learning how to make pancakes the old kind of style. Exactly. I remember like the details that get passed on still are like really random, right? Rather than related to the actual history. I remember the handwriting thing, and I also learned what a dunce hat was at that time because as a I think like some at the beginning like people had to volunteer for certain things, and one of them, and it was like to they basically had to volunteer to reenact like not actually not real, like nothing happened to them, but like the classroom style punishments. And what, so one kid, like she had to wear the dunce hat and face the wall and pretend like she was like being really mischievous and chatty. And I was like, damn, the dunce hat is crazy. This is psychological torture. Just become Tom Cruise, where every role he plays is a right-handed person, so much that he's ambidextrous now. Lol. That might be the strat, you know. Or I can just be on the Nintendo Wii like Twilight Princess and just flip myself. Like the whole game was flipped for the Wii. And see what happens. It was so funny because it was flipped for the Wii and then on the Wii Link was technically holding stuff in his right hand because he was flipped. And then like to appeal to everyone holding the Wii remote, and then I'm just there like I'm just there like, oh yeah, I'm still holding it in the my left. I just took a ruler to the hands, pretended though. Exactly. I mean, like, they went all out with this dunce hat. There was someone else that did the ruler thing. But like, or like a reenactment of the ruler thing. But the dunce hat was the one that stuck with me. Because even though it was pretend, that one still felt loaded as hell by comparison. I always struggled to shade skin, not gonna lie. It'll always be funnier to me that it was easier to mirror the whole game rather than alter Link's model animations. Exactly. They were on that crunch, for real, for real. So funny. The thing is, I played it on the Wii for the first time, so I didn't even register. Like, I was so confused when I saw a difference in the art, and like I didn't even know that it was on GameCube for like a good chunk of my life, and that they flipped the whole game. Just Nintendo things, honestly. I like how it is a Nintendo thing where they do come up with like the wildest solutions or like alternatives to things. No. Maybe I should just leave that as is, honestly. But I kind of want to also make sure I have the shape of the nose outlined a bit better. Yeah, I'm eye dropping because it's like slight grain. Sometimes it eye drops the wrong color. Okay, I forgot to flip. Yeah, no, that's not right. Here we go. No. Wait, undo. This might be the one. Thing is because the way I should, like, one thing I want to practice more is drawing faces in detail, just to pick up more skills. But because the way I draw faces is very much quite simple, it means that shading it feels a bit harder, because I feel like if I add in too much, it doesn't match with what I've drawn. But we can learn. There's always room to improve. Here we go. So whether I need it to blend more. Nope, 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 nope. Simply hide the face with a burger. Wait, hold on. Real shit. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, that doesn't look... I had to check for a second if that was AI generated, because I don't trust anything on Google these days. Okay, wait, hold on. Problem solved! This is so stupid. Yeah, simply hide the face with a burger. This was the first thing that came up when I googled burger, and thank goodness this looks like a real burger. Okay, I'm gonna keep it like that for now, and then if I have a strike of inspiration, like... Yobi, you're Luna, you're listening to Aaron rant about something, but you're also real hungry, literally. Oh my goodness. This is what he sees. This is his sick and twisted reality. It's messed up that people can't find real images of burgers anymore. Honestly, why would you need AI burgers, bro? Like, just take a picture. Like, if you need a reserve of burger photos, you get fast food once. Just take a picture of your Popeyes or something. I don't know. Like, is it that hard? Is it that hard? Dang, bro, that's crazy. Take a cartoonishly large chomp out of burger. It would happen, and then like it would start a fight. Real. This has now been spoken into canon. No, but actually, surprisingly, that I was worried that I would see AI burgers, but good news, actually most of the burgers looked real. It's just a crazy thing to say. I think what does it tends to come up more when you're looking for like actual references for like backgrounds, especially. Oh my gosh, if I search fantasy background, man, I have to put that minus 2022. Is it better or worse than him doing like the really long slurp of drink where there's not much left? He definitely does that on purpose because it's... I don't know what's worse actually. No, the slurp is like... No, the slurp is like a classic though, right? He would deliberately leave some of his drink unfinished just to do that at the end of Aaron ranting, just to rage bait him further. Okay. Another weakness of mine is shading fingers. Bro, they never look like how I want them to. It's fine. The solution to this is for me to just study more fingers. He just constantly carries an almost empty drink at all times just for when Aaron is about to speak. Literally, it gets to the point, right? Where everyone notices, I feel, that he's just got this like sliver of water left. in his bottle, or like not water, like sliver of coffee left. He's a coffee drinker. And everyone clocks him on sight, but then it's also so normal for him to be holding it that then they forget about it, and he gets away with it every time. Just loon things. The thing, like, one of the blessings of being a character that's a menace, I think, is that all the scenarios write themselves. It's so easy for me to come up with hijinks featuring Loon because he is the source of half of them. He absolutely strikes me as a "you want to kiss me so bad it makes you look stupid." Yes, he does that. He does that thinking it will never happen, and then the day it happens, he freaks out because he can talk the talk but not walk the walk. But that's such a him line. This specific Kakariko Village OST fills me with so much nostalgia because as a kid I spent so much time I don't even know what I used to do when I played Twilight Princess without finishing it. I used to just exist in Kakariko Village and just run around the town testing out various ways to accrue fall damage without progressing the story. And then I took that approach to playing Breath of the Wild because that game enables you to do that. And because of that characteristic of mine, basically I haven't finished Breath of the Wild yet. That's always my favorite, when they take even an inch of the flirty stuff they give and they just go full tomato. Exactly. One of my favorite things about writing Emil, oh my goodness, wait, I'm obsessed with that. I need to get on more Emil lore stat. Okay, actually this hand is okay, but it looks like it's a different color to his face because of this blue situation. Hold on, the solution is to give the cheek some blue. That actually works. Let's blend it. Okay. I'm just not sure about... Actually, it's fine. I will... If it needs fixing later, I can fix it. I'm just not 100% sure about the shape of the face shading. And you're gonna hear me talking about that like a broken record for the rest of this. I'm writing his introduction to the story as we speak. You know, when I'm not dropping question after question on you. The writing to question pipeline. Yeah. I'm excited to read. My weekend reading is gonna be the lore docs you sent me. I'm so looking forward to that. I miss hanging out with you, Mal. Always love yapping OC stuff. Yeah, I love the yapping. Let's go. Me too. I'm always here to yap. It's so funny because I think I'm someone that is okay, so generally I'm very, very reserved and quiet, but it's because of that I have so much yapping in the reserves. It's crazy. It's like I've been here for 2.5 hours and I've kept saying words. I never thought I was capable of talking this much. I can only apologize in advance because they're an absolute mess of Yap Central. It's all good. It's all good. This is actually my first stream of yours caught live because I was so shy before. I'm glad I joined in. Oh, I'm glad that it was like a good experience, and not too scary or anything. It's great. Happy Christmas, bro. Where? Wait, how many exact months? We're 2 months and 6 days off. That's the advertising strat kicking in. It's so funny, like seeing the playlist. It's basically November, which means it's because Christmas. Exactly. It's like I remember from working in retail, right? Because they give you the playlists to play in store, and up to October you have like the normal playlist, and then November first kicks in, and Mariah Carey at 8 a.m. No, not 8 a.m. Not that early. 9 a.m. in the morning, just popping on first thing. They waste not a second. Not a second. I mean, I also technically don't celebrate Christmas, right? But the vibes of it, especially like near where I am, like is quite nice. Um, I like the seeing decorations, like in town and stuff. It's always very pretty. And then like eating food is nice with people. Are you planning on doing more drawing yap streams? I would totally be so down for that. Honestly, yeah, like this, like I think it's a really nice sort of chilled stream format to do. I've really been enjoying this one so far as well. And like I think it's like the type of stream format where like I don't need to worry about editing it into something or anything like that. Like it's just like something that can stand on its own. So yeah, definitely. Um, and then it's a good, yeah, it's just like it's a good excuse to like hang out and talk with everyone in real time. It's been a good time. But yeah, thanks everyone also for like sticking around and like making the stream experience really nice. It's interesting as well because I am not used to obviously drawing with like I'm not used to drawing in front of people, right? So like I was like, oh, am I not gonna be able to draw? Am I gonna get like performance anxiety with drawing? But it's actually will not be bad. It's good BG to listen to while I draw. It helps me not be distracted while painting. Huge. We love to see it. I do feel that though. Like I feel like watching long videos or streams whilst I'm drawing as well helps me so much. Because it's like good white noise in the background and but not the kind that commits you to like doing something too much. Backlog gaming stream when real I think so some of the games on my backlog like Half-Life are technically on my stream list after I get through although it unrelated to the backlog because it's Minecraft. That will probably be the next game after I finish the current ones that are being played, aka Fire Emblem and Pokemon. And then eventually, yeah, slowly but surely, a few games that are on my backlog will probably be stream ones. I think I like base it off of like how fun it would be to play in front of people. Becoming an incomprehensible fruit stream when. Okay, yeah, actually, no, it's time for me to enter my grapefruit era. As much as I love blasting to the engage OP while I draw, that gets me so distracted. Real true. Like 3 seconds in, I'm like, rise from 1,000 years ago, and I'm not focusing on anything to do with the drawing itself, and it becomes a karaoke session. Also, I don't. I was just on me talking about grapefruits. I've seen people do like tier lists of their fruit opinions, and I thought about that. I was like, if I tiered fruits, I think I I think I would start a revolt and I would start a revolt like against me because my fruit opinions a little bit chaotic. Like for example, grapefruit, goated to me. I'm obsessed with grapefruits. But if I said I thought strawberries were kind of mid, what is the crowd reception to that? Because strawberries for me require a specific degree of like vibe for me to enjoy. Like they have to be slightly unripe. But yeah, I think I'm not a big sweet tooth person, so I like my fruit, like the fruits on the sour side. Because yeah, I just enjoy those more. Your opinion, I can't judge. Okay, nice, nice. I respect that respect. I wouldn't blame anyone for judging. I mean, it's all in good fun. But like, I've always been curious because like, I feel like outside, I don't encounter many grapefruit enjoyers. And if I do, then they're also very obsessively into grapefruits like I am. I like that is one example where I'm like, okay, yeah, like definitely this is not the common fruit to enjoy. Like the thing is I'm kind of I used to be a really picky eater when I was younger, but I kind of grew out of it a lot. Um, and actually not that picky. Grapefruit is okay if it's there, I'll eat it. Nice, fair enough, fair enough. This is the first like this is the first like middle of the road grapefruit opinion I've seen in my life, which is actually huge. Here we go. I don't know why that Eternity track has just a quiet void. Hades 2, September 25th? Huge. We love to see. I need to play Hades 1. Another one for the backlog. Yeah. Here we go. Oh, this is the nostalgia track. One of the nostalgia tracks for Pokemon, I feel. Yeah, so process-wise, I'm currently just using the textured pen to like define the shading a bit better. So I just eyedrop it and then like paint with the textured pen, but I just try and make sure like I preserve some of the sort of textures from the paw pen, so I don't do too much. You've had like 5 years, I know, but I am notoriously slow to finish games. One is because I think I don't 100% games, but like I do like kind of try to 100% like the dialogue I read and stuff like that, so it takes me a long time to like get through them, because I'm always trying to look for stuff like that. And then the other is my actual time / motivation to play games is very sporadic, so it happens in bursts. Like for example, Octopath, both Octopath 1 and 2, I played those almost immediately. Okay, both of the Pokemon tracks have just silence at the end. Okay, we're back. We're so back. You're never gonna finish Hades. There's a unique line for each enemy that can kill you. Oh no. Okay, maybe I'll have to chill out with that one then. Okay, but yeah, Deltarune, which is on my backlog, is one that I will stream probably, and I'm gonna try and do silly voices. I think I really got motivated when I saw snippets of Snap Cube's playthrough. Her like voice acting in like the Undertale playthrough that she did was so good, and like I remember watching that and then getting such a wave of nostalgia for the whole like Undertale Deltarune sitch. Okay, I might be overdoing it with this thing here. Wait. I'll see you in Monster Hunter. Hit me up, gang, in World Will Rise on PC. Yeah, exactly. The banging sermon, my man. I've seen that clip. It's so good. I've also seen clips of Star Walker, and honestly, that's the exact type of thing that would make me laugh so much. Insane comedy right there. Okay, this too. Wait, am I coloring this the right colors? Yes, I am. Right enough. Star Walker. The original. Oh, that's a nice shade of color. I want to use that everywhere. Even though I really shouldn't. Unless. Screw it, just use whatever color's real. This is my philosophy sometimes. I enjoy it very much, just going crazy with them. Just wondering how long the stream will go for. Actually, that's a good question. Oh, okay, I just realized the time for me. I might go for like another 10 minutes. Cause yeah, then I can also like just get a few errands done before dinner and stuff. So yeah, I think we'll say 10 minutes, so like half past the hour. And yeah, because drawing for 3 hours, drawing and talking for 3 hours, that's pretty good. And then I will probably I'll definitely end up finishing this off stream. It might, because of the way I backlog my drawings, it might be a while before it actually gets posted. We'll see. And also, actually, let me show now. There is a matching Arawan that also needs to be finished. Where is she? Show yourself. She's on her way. She's on her way. Where is she? There we are. This one, but this is still in the like lining phase. So I actually really enjoyed this like scribbly silhouette. I've been trying to replicate the movement of that, but it's quite, this one needed 2 sketches because there were so many flying around elements. Oh yeah, and then that's the sketch of the water situation. So yeah, the gang's all here. It's 1 a.m. and I'm running on Pepsi. Oh my goodness. Thank you for staying up. But please feel free to get rest whenever, like if you're tired or anything. Feel free to pop out anytime. But yeah, I will be finishing up soon. That looks so good. Thank you. I'm really enjoying that one as well. The movement of it has been very fun to draw. And it will be an interesting challenge to paint, I think. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing here. There we go. I think I'll keep... There we go. I just need to define what is and isn't a shadow a bit better. No, I don't think that's right. Neither is that. Okay, wait, flip. Fresh perspective is never a bad thing. Hmm. Okay, I know what I'm doing now. Finishing up a painting currently. Nice, nice. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited for this. Nah, I feel like the artistic urge to finish off a painting if it's close to being done is so real. Like, I would not be able to rest as I was doing that. I'd be so hooked on it. The amount of times I've gone against my sleep schedule to draw is questionable. Okay. This jacket will take some time to get right, but that's fine. It's fine. Trust the process. Mood. Okay. Well, that bit works. It's this situation that's wrong color. Right, I need to remove this for a second. I need to zoom out. I need to undo everything. This is what I mean by if I'm working on a specific part too long, there's something wrong. Oh, no, 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 no. Come back to me. Come back to me. I've gone too far. Oops. Hmm. Trying to figure out what shape I want this shading to be. Maybe... Okay, okay. That I can paint over that for a bit. It's fine. It will be fixed. I want to make as much progress as I can because I know I try to avoid finishing it much later, so this is a good excuse to get some work done. Real. Sometimes you like have to, if you're on a roll especially, it's like I'm just like I'm gonna see how far I take it. I get that. Okay, there's something going on here. Something. I am also thinking, because what I realized is that if I'm out of the habit of streaming for a long time, I get a bit more apprehensive about getting back to it. So I'm kind of like, I should keep streaming at some point soon, whether it's drawing or not. But I'm trying to figure out what my next one would be. Maybe I just continue with Fire Emblem Fates. I've been thinking about it a lot. I've been wanting to get back to the Wheel of Fortune conquest run. That fills me with, yeah, very different stream energy that will be. It'll be me beset with fear for like half the duration, but that'll be entertaining in its own way. Oh man, this is making me want to draw so bad. Oh my goodness. I say if you get the chance or if you get the means, go for it. I'm guessing like your office is mainly for like digital drawing stuff, right? So if you like because I saw some of your sketching stuff as well, and it looks super, super cool. So like, that might be the strat. That might be the strat. I would be looking respectfully. Oh, good old Dia Docs. Okay, I think I'm happy with the shape of this for now. And then as I do the rest of his everything. Yeah, I've kind of colored the lines funky here. Let me neaten that up a bit. That's better. Art trade? That would be a vibe. That would be a vibe. I'd be so down. Oh, didn't mean to remove him. I think like because generally I want to draw both of both of everyone's like OCs so bad that an art trade would just be a perfect excuse to do that. Or I would just do it anyway though. I would do it anyway, but I'd be really down. Okay, my beloved is shading ruffles. I love shading ruffles. It's just fun putting shapes in them. What time is it? 28. Okay. This might be a good stopping off point before I get immersed in all these... Oh, but the ruffles! The ruffles! No! Okay, wait, hold on. Let me just put some blobs in these ruffles. I'm so addicted to shading ruffles like this. Actually sparks so much joy. Thank you, Aaron Sleeves, for just existing in the way that you do. Or like one of those, one artist does the sketch, one artist does the line art, and the other artist does the coloring. Oh yeah, with the grid! Oh my goodness. Actually, I would love to do that. That would be so fun. Okay, we're cooking, we're cooking. This is excellent food for thought. Yeah. I would actually be down for that, or like anything specifically, but the grid one I've wanted to try for such a long time, and I don't think I've ever had a chance. We love a grumpy ice boy in this house. So true. This guy that lives rent-free in my head. Getting flashbacks to when I was painting Aaron's. The ruffles were giving me a crisis. Oh no. He's like, Aaron's design features out here choosing violence. My approach to painting ruffles is to put blobs on them, and I love putting blobs on things. Just shapely little blobs. Okay, this ruffle is almost done. It's close, and actually I need to undo that. Okay. This is good enough for now, because I think I should wrap up. So this is where we're at so far. I still have a lot to paint. Like aka the rest of him. Yeah, but my painting process is very, very, very haphazard. But it's also like, I don't know why, it's the like way my brain works is probably in part it's the ADHD brain. This is what it does to me, but in this respect, it helps me out with my art sometimes, so I accept it. So yeah, so my very very haphazard coloring process, but it is a very fun time. So yeah, this has been, what should I do? Wait, let me go to the thanks for watching situation. So much was done in only a few hours. It's super cool. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I yeah, I may or may not have built my entire drawing process off of my own impatience, but honestly, like I don't mind. I'm it's interesting to see like how different habits just randomly shape everyone's styles. That's why I'm so like excited by seeing everyone's really cool art styles as well, because I'm like, oh wow, like you kind of see an insight into their like thought process. um I'm gonna try a lot of things I saw here, so thank you anytime. Oh my gosh, I'm excited to see how that turns out. That sounds really cool. um yeah, I thought like, yeah, I thought it'd be fun to uh go on about my methods a little bit as well, because I think here and there a few people had asked, so I was like, okay, this is a good reference point for that. Yeah, like the rest of my process is very much just painting it with the textured pen. And then like pretty much after that it's like almost finished. I might just adjust it with filters, like adjusting the hue and saturation, but rarely, because I've done so much of that already, rarely do I have to do it anymore. um had such a fun time yapping with you. Hopefully we'll yap again soon. Exactly, it was really really fun. Let me go to the stream end. Here we go. Wait, let me turn down the soundtrack slightly. Yeah, thanks everyone so much for dropping by and always bringing like such good vibes to the stream and making it so enjoyable to be on stream, especially since I hadn't done it in such a long time. So going in, I was like, I was having a little bit of palpitations, but it was fine. Like I was like, I've done this before. Yeah, I think actually talking to everyone made it so much easier and smooth sailing. I will keep you all updated on when I can next stream. Low key, let me look at my week next week. Okay, in the mornings, I don't usually stream in the morning. I usually stream in my afternoon time. So I'm thinking next week I might stream Fire Emblem Fates at, let's say, no, not Wednesday. Tuesday might be a bit early, but it might be a good day. It'll be like Tuesday, Thursday, or Friday. One of those days. I will hopefully by the weekend decide definitively if I'm going to stream and then the time that I would like to stream. But yeah, it will almost certainly be Fire Emblem Fates. And yeah. Wait, let me just catch up on everyone's messages. I know that feeling far too well. I do enjoy your streams though as well, Michael. So if you ever get a chance to get back to it, I will be there. I will be hype guy number one anytime. Thank you for being such a good entertainer. Thank you. I'm so glad that's the main thing. I'm so glad that it was entertaining. That's the main thing, that everyone has a good time. I just had this on in the background, but this was such a great time. I'm so glad, and thanks for like sticking around. Like whether like, yeah, that's the other thing, like if you're just like chilling with it in the background or you're chatting, like either way, all of that is such great support. So everyone is always welcome. On a real government mandated 3DS. Yes, this is a state assigned. Can I say that? Will I get in trouble? This is a state assigned 3DS that I'm playing Fire Emblem Fates on. Yes. I do own the game though, so it's fine. Yeah. So thank you so much, everyone. I will definitely at some point do another drawing stream. But yeah, I think next week I'll get the ball rolling with Fire Emblem Fates, mainly because I'm also really excited. I want to play Minecraft so bad. I want to play Minecraft so bad. It's actually insane. So I want to get through one of the games that I'm playing, so I'm allowed that, so then I can break the embargo on starting a new one. Yeah, nice, can't wait. Same, we should do a Minecraft collab. Okay, actually that would be so fire. That would be so fire. I would love that. Yeah. Actually on collabs, yeah, that would be really fun. And then if you and Vio ever want to do any art tradey things or collabs on like the 3 artist thingy as well, hit me up. I'm always around. Yeah. So I will head off now. Thank you so much, everyone. Oh wait, and the big thing, I can't believe I haven't mentioned this for the whole freaking stream, but it was a 200 subscribers special. The big thing is thank you everyone for 200 plus. Like, that is crazy. I posted the mystery video and I was like, what? I hit 100 and now we're at 225. That is insane. I'm actually so grateful. I never thought we'd be here. So like not, at least not this fast, right? So yeah, all that support and like all the heartwarming comments I've been getting from everyone has filled me with so much motivation and encouragement. I'm raring to go. Name a mob after me. I've got you. Any mob preferences, actually, any mob preference, I will keep in mind, and I'll name it after you. Well deserved. Congrats. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, congrats. Thank you. We have, yeah. So we'll go out with some celebratory tones. I'll let everyone go now. I think I've got. If I keep talking, I'll never stop. Okay, bye everyone. Have a good rest of the day, evening, night, whichever. Yeah, and I'll see you all soon, hopefully. Take care.